We start this video by jumping back to the previous weekend, because as you can see here, we've got a lot of weed growth around our dock, and actually we couldn't get on or off our dock without chopping up and fouling a lot of weed around our prop. So the first job to do was to clear all the weed off the prop from the last time we were out, because we'd left it on there. Luckily, if I jump onto Petra's paddleboard, I can reach around past the rudder, around the prop and up to the end of the prop shaft ahead of me to clear it off. I then got my weed cutter out and started chopping away to make a clear channel to get into our dock, and then moved down to the bow and chopped another channel to get out as well. And you can see here that actually that's all I need to have a little clear channel to get the stern of the boat in, and then also to get the stern out as we leave. We also headed down to do the same for Alan and Belinda's dock, to do our community bit, before heading out for a spin up to Radcott and back. But back to the weekend for this video, and we had a lovely panzanella salad aboard, and no comments about Gandalf and Frodo here please, before settling in for the evening after a beautiful warm evening and a drink out in the cabin.
Hi all, welcome aboard Marji Bee. Well, we had a lovely evening yesterday with our panzanella salad, staying on our mooring here at Tadpole. We're just about ready to head off now. We've had our breakfast. I've checked the oil level, gave it a little top up. We've put all the pennants up. We've got the ensign up as well. Tops down, tonneau covers on. I siphoned in about 17-18 litres of petrol as well, so we've got plenty to keep us going. All ready for the off. So plan today is we're heading up to heading up to Radcott, where we're gonna meet up with some friends there, and the plan is then to cruise all the way up to Lechlade and stay and have lunch there, and either stay there or possibly head back down and stay around Kelmscott, somewhere around there. So it's going to be a warm day. It's a bit of a cloudy start, but it's warm, and I think it's going to get warmer. It's going to be a sunny afternoon, so I think it's going to be a day for sunscreen and hats on. So I hope you can join us on our trip and enjoy it with us. That's all right. We saw you at Radcott last weekend. Hey? We helped you through Radcott last weekend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Enjoy Lechlade?
Yeah, excellent.
Excellent, good stuff. You had good weather?
Hey?
You've had good weather?
I know.
Have a good one.
It's amazing how you keep bumping into people on the Thames. It makes it feel like a lovely friendly place. So we followed this wide beam all the way up to Rushy, and they very kindly let us pass and lock up ahead of them, because they were just going to stop on the lock landing and use the facilities there, because there's Elsand Point and all sorts there, and pump out. So I think they were going to do their bits and move on. So it was very kind of them to let us through. But the main story of this video is really about the fact that when we were leaving Tadpole, we passed a Freeman 23 moored outside the Trout Inn there, and the couple were just getting back aboard after breakfast in the pub. This couple here, Jonathan and Vicky, and a very quick conversation as we were passing established that they were also heading up to Lechlade, and I said, you know what, catch us up, we'll have a little flotilla up there. I didn't realise at the time, but it dawned on us, or we realised it through the journey, that it was actually them bringing their boat Time for Us to her new mooring in Lechlade. So in effect what we were doing was kind of rolling out the Upper Thames red carpet to welcome them here and kind of escort them up to their new mooring in a Freeman flotilla, which I hope made their arrival day nice and special. This is us picking up Peter and Annie in Don Pedro, who had overnighted at Radcott, before we made our way up past the campsite with a very interesting camper van on the field, and through Radcott Bridge towards Grafton Lock.
The weed filter as well, I think. Yeah, Pete said there was a big lump.
So as planned, we made our way up through Grafton Lock and stopped at the water point there, and with perfect timing, Jonathan and Vicky caught us up in time for us, and we were able to get the full 3 Freeman flotilla together. Try saying that after a couple of drinks. We'd also made arrangements to meet our friend Chris, who was working on his boat at Grafton, to meet up for a catch-up and a beer at the new inn. So we just reaffirmed those arrangements before heading on our way.
We'll see you in about an hour and a half then. Have a fine afternoon.
And so the Freeman flotilla up to Lechlade to welcome Jonathan and Vicky could start in earnest, and the sun came out and it was a lovely trip up there.
Join the fleet. This is I love this. I love it when this happens.
And we really did roll out the Upper Thames royalty with not only meeting Chris up at the New Inn, but also Ken, the Commodore of the Swan Radcott Cruiser Club, joined us for a drink and a muse. We had a lovely afternoon there, a bite to eat, and a new collective noun for a raft of 3 Freeman 23s was defined. And I'm sure you can see where this is going. With lunch done, the guys headed off, and Jonathan and Vicky headed up to their new mooring. So Pete and Annie and ourselves headed back down river to find somewhere to moor for the night. I so hope that Jonathan and Vicky enjoyed their introduction and welcome to the Upper Thames. And we did our bit in introducing them to a few people up here and just kickstarting that process of settling in, because as we've learned over the few seasons we've been here, it's not just going out and boating that makes it enjoyable, it's the people that you spend it with. So I think we've done our bit in that respect, and I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot more of them out on the river.
Thank you. See you soon.
It quickly became apparent that the good weather was bringing all sorts of river users out with paddle boards, inflatable dinghies, swimmers, all up and down the stretch between Lechlade and Kelmscott. But all it takes is a very slow speed and a keen eye for what's coming up, and all is good, because the river is there for all of us to enjoy, and it's so nice to see so many people enjoying it. Found a lovely spot just downstream from Kelmscott with plenty of room for us and Peter and Annie to moor up there together, where we were going to get the most of the evening sun. Where we enjoyed a lovely evening on the bank, chatting and having a drink before settling in for the evening. We woke to a glorious Sunday morning, blue skies, and the sun was out and very little wind. It was just delightful. So Petra headed off for a paddleboard. I think she made her way pretty much all the way up to Buscott and back. And we noticed around, I think it was around 9 o'clock, that quite a few fishermen were making their way down the river, and it turned out there was a fishing match that morning. So, and we were right between a couple of the pegs, so we moved Don Pedro back to raft up alongside us, and we readied ourselves to leave. And I think it was just after the match started, actually, we very gently and as quietly as we could, and as slowly as we could, just drifted off our mooring and wished the guys good luck for their day's fishing, and made our way back down river towards Grafton and Radcott. And while we were in Grafton Lock, we spoke to a guy called Dino, who's also got a boat on the Upper Thames, Maggie Moo. And he said he does watch our videos and does so to see if we can catch a glimpse of Maggie Moo out on the river. And we did that day, and here she is. So there you go, Dino. That one's for you. And behind Maggie Moo on the lock landing was Icos with Daniel and Zoe aboard, who were heading out for a few days afloat.
Hey Daniel, how you doing? Having a good weekend?
Just starting off, so
well,
straight back to that.
enjoy your trip. See you soon.
And there were quite a few boats out on the river on this Sunday, and unfortunately we passed this one at a place where there's a very narrow channel between reeds, and we course load up on the prop, making way there. So we kind of limped our way down through Radcott and said hello to Sarah and Chris on the way through.
You wait all day for one to come past. Actually, Chris is taking credit for that. I was just the messenger.
That was a comment about the 3 Freeman raft up name that we defined. But yeah, with the weed on the prop, we didn't limp. It just it affects the drive a little bit when you know that there's weed around the prop. So we pulled in on the meadow just below Radcott, and I jumped onto Petra's paddleboard and just pulled the weeds off before we got going again.
Slow, sunny day, got no shoes upon my toes. I'm on a slow and sunny road to where I can't exactly say. So come on,
Good afternoon.
come on, it's easy to smile.
I bet you just emptied the lock after that day, Bo, hadn't you? So sorry, if we'd have been 2 minutes earlier.
Sunny day. Woke up this morning with the sunlight in my eyes. Better luck singing in your calico sky.
And I always feel a bit awkward doing this, and I haven't done it for a while, but I've noticed that we are creeping our way towards 700 subscribers, which is baffling and mind-blowing to me, and thank you every single one that's done that. But if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, then I would so much appreciate it if you could hit that subscribe button so you join the list of people that will see our videos, and the notification button will send you a little message to say when we upload videos. So let's see if we can get to 700, and who knows, maybe 750. And if you think we're doing a good job with the videos that we put together and you like them, then let me know by hitting the like button too. That would be also massively appreciated.
We got no time to hurry, and no reason to try. Nothing but a country road.
And there we are at the end of another weekend out on Marji Bee, where this time we welcomed some new voters to the Upper Thames. If anyone else is moving up this way, do get in touch. We'll see if we can roll out the red carpet for you guys as well. So thank you so much for joining us, and we'll be back very soon with some more Riverside stories. Bye all.